Welcome back to another episode of Voices from Grace podcast with your host Jake Stone. Today, I'm here with
Christian.
And Chris is from class
4A.
Okay, and today we're talking about fascinating facts of World War II. So I had Chris write down a few facts that he's going to share with us. But first rule of the day is what kind of podcast is this?
God's podcast.
English
podcast.
English podcast. Nu avem voie să vorbim în română, bine? Okay, so no more Romanian. From here now is all English. We're going to do some rapid fire questions before we jump into today's topic. So, let's see. What day is it today?
Monday.
Today is Monday. Okay, if today is Monday, what is tomorrow?
Tomorrow is going to be Tuesday.
It's Tuesday. This is good. You have a good English sentence. Tomorrow is going to be. Okay. What day do people go to church?
People go to church on Sundays.
On Sunday. Cool. Do you have a favorite soccer team here in Romania? Or maybe not Romania, in general?
No.
No, you don't have a favorite soccer team?
No.
Pick one.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid? Okay, so everybody's got to know Messi or Ronaldo.
Huh?
Messi or Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
Why? Why Ronaldo? I need to know.
Because Messi is going for money in Miami.
Are you sure? We talked about this a couple weeks ago on our first episode of podcast, and we decided together that Messi went to America because he's getting paid, but America wants to restart our football league. So usually how America does that is they buy a couple really famous people. David Beckham, you know David Beckham?
Yeah.
They did this with David Beckham, and it didn't work. So we're going to jump into today's real topic, which are interesting facts of World War II. Yeah. Do you remember the facts that you came up with?
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead and jump into our first fact. Go ahead.
So, in World War II, the Americans had a code word for artillery shells, which was Tutsi. So, a new recruit was on the job, and he heard that they need Tutsis, but they meant artillery, because that's the code word. And they sent the Tutsi rolls to the Americans instead of the shells.
No way. They sent Tootsie Rolls instead of the American shells?
Yeah.
That sounds like something I would do. Have you had a Tootsie Roll?
No.
I'll have to put a little breakaway image. You've never had a Tootsie Roll?
No.
Oh, I should have brought one from you from America. They're like, they're kind of like really hard candies. And they get stuck in your teeth, and then you're stuck for 3 or 4 days trying to get them out of your teeth. When mom's trying to tell you to brush your teeth at night, you know?
And they used them to plug bullet holes because it was in winter.
So they used the Tootsie Rolls that they sent to put them... Really? How'd you find out about that?
In my sources.
Your sources?
Yeah.
Well, you looked at Google. How did you figure that out?
Wikipedia.
Wikipedia. Yeah. Okay. I won't fact check you on that. You know what fact checkers is?
No.
You've never heard of fact checkers?
Nope.
There's this thing on social media, like Facebook, if you put some fact, they would block your post and say, fact check, it's not real. We'll get into that a different day. Okay, let's jump into another topic here, or another interesting fact.
So the second fact is that the car companies in Germany used to make tanks.
The car companies made tanks?
Yeah. Like the BMW, Porsche.
I mean, how crazy it would be to have a BMW tank, a Beamer tank. Mm-hmm. What kind of wheels do you think they would have on them?
Bulletproof.
Bulletproof wheels?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Another fact. What do you got?
The Soviets used to train dogs with anti-tank grenades on them because they didn't have enough artillery to destroy the tanks of the Germans.
Interesting. So the dogs had grenades on them.
Yeah.
So they would send the dogs to die. They sacrificed the dogs?
Yeah.
Well, they should have sacrificed the German Shepherds then, because those are some mean dogs. Have you ever been bitten by a German Shepherd?
No.
You've never been? Have you been bitten? You've never been bitten by a dog before, a German Shepherd?
No.
Okay, I got one for you. At the end of the World War II, when America was coming, Hitler in the bunker. Talk to me about Hitler in the bunker. Did he die in his bunker, or do you think there's a conspiracy that he left to Argentina? What do you think?
Yeah, I think he killed himself in the bunker, but other people think he fled to Argentina or he's still alive today.
what would be more heroic in the eyes of the Nazis? Your leader kills himself in the bunker and is not killed by the enemy, not being killed by the enemy, or fleeing away as some escape, some great escape and fleeing away and never being captured. Which do you think was more heroic?
For the Nazis, I think that they would think it was more heroic to fly to Argentina.
Interesting. There's some interesting, if you look on a different day, I can send you a documentary. There's some interesting conspiracies out there of when he fled to Argentina, him and a bunch of Nazis were able to flee Germany, and some of them came to America and then started working for the US government, and then all of a sudden, America had NASA, space program, who was created by one of the main scientists, engineers. What was it?
Von Braun.
Von Braun. That created the V2, was one of the person that created the V2 rocket, which was one of the reasons that America was trying to stop Germany, because Germany was the powerhouse of technology. Schmecker. Interesting. All of those are super fascinating facts. Thank you for taking time out of your homework, whether you were going to do your homework or not, to come here and be on the show. Thank you for watching another episode of Voices from Grace podcast with your host, Jake Stone. We'll catch you in the next episode.